Hello,
Hi.
Hey everyone.
I'm Milo. I'm the storyteller.
Hi, I'm Az. I play Dearg, the Red Cap.
Hello everyone. I'm Third Life Crisis and I play Sim the Fire Elemental.
And we are playing a modified version of Changeling the Lost. And what happened last time is Sim and Dearg greeted their new house guests and laid down the rules of their hollow and their shop. And then Dearg and Sim went their separate ways. Dearg on a mission to go and speak to someone he received an address from by Reed to potentially help in getting into the dreams of an uncooperative individual named Pippen. While Sim returned to the Freehold to discuss more things with Reed and potentially speak to Pippen. Dearg made it to the address to discover that it was the home of a true fae named Zion Sill, where he made a deal to assist her in finding something in the future for a pledge crafted to enter the dreams of Pippin now. The deal was made. Dearg walked out of her hollow and proceeded to call Sim, who was busy talking to Reed and Pippin. To Reed, he announced how dangerous he thinks that Pippin is and that they need to do something about her, as she is a threat to their freehold. Reed agreed. When talking to Pippin, he confirmed with her, though through subterfuge and manipulative means, that she is indeed watching and trying to learn about the changeling. And she agreed to tell him the truth if he could get her the medicine she so desperately needed, as she is growing sicker and sicker as time passes. Sim receives Derek's phone call, goes to pick him up where he is, only to learn what Derek did and making a deal with this entity, this true fae. And while he was a little bit annoyed, he understood where he was coming from. They then returned to the Freehold. Using Reed's help, they put Pippin to sleep, where they entered her dream. And the dream is the hallway filled with mist, with the open chrysalis pods peeled back, wires blending with organic material, lights lining the hallway, leading back into the distance, too far to see.
How is the... Are we feeling any atmospheric concepts in the stream? Like, is it hot, cold?
Cold.
Cold.
It's very cold.
Is it so cold that it's potentially affecting us, or feels like it would affect us?
It would affect you if it wasn't a dream. It would need to be far colder than this to affect you physically.
Okay. How's Derek doing?
Did I actually use my danger sense yet?
You have not, but you're also in a dream, so
I don't know.
you
if
can
it
go
would
ahead
help
and use it,
anything.
but it's probably going to do something you might not expect because that's more of a
But
outside
he
of.
wouldn't know any better.
I'll go
Damn it.
ahead.
I love him. I love my one dot boy.
It's fine. He can try. I'm not saying that it
Intelligence.
might not be as effective as he hopes.
Oh boy.
After
Okay.
Garrick is done with the danger sense,
Mm-hmm.
I think, but in that sleep.
What's but in that sleep?
Yeah,
Which
but
one does that one do?
the contract.
It,
Yeah, I don't have it in front of me. I was wondering if you had.
I do have that, actually. Let me pull it up. I thought you were asking me if you could use it for something, so that's why I was asking if you had it.
Mhm.
Yeah. But in that sleep, what dreams my cup? Is you use dream stuff to draw out certain emotions inside the dreamer.
Okay. All right. I don't know if that's going to be applicable here or not. And forging the dream.
Forging the dream. This allows you to shape minor elements of the sleeper's dream. Minor elements include things like vague symbolism, colors, and landscapes. This leaves the dreamer with hazy and temporary sensations on waking. So basically what these would do is, if you were trying to, like a normal person's dream, if you were trying to get them to learn something, assist them in some way, or potentially alter a negative dream someone else had given them, such as a fae or another changeling, you would use these to subtly subliminal messages. You're essentially giving a directive through changing the dream. Whereas with this dream, you are just trying to learn something. What you need in case of something happening is Phantasmal Bastion, and that's the one you need. That one allows you to take the dream stuff and forge armor and weapons.
Okay. I do not
All
have
right.
that, and I forgot to spend our 18 experience on Sim.
You can go ahead and spend your 18 experience. I know Dearg has that one
Okay.
I do.
because you have up to the 3rd level of the poison.
I won't
I
worry
got
about it for
Yeah.
sorry. Yeah, sorry. I won't worry about it for this session, but I will have my character upgraded by next session.
All right. You can use your contracts in the dream as well. Like you can do that. It's not going to harm Pippen. It's not going to harm you either. But
Okay.
if you get harmed in the dream, it won't kill you. It'll force you out and you'll be injured, but you won't die. So that's a thing.
Okie dokes.
There we go.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, I did.
So
I got 3 for my danger sense.
Awesome.
3 for your danger sense. You have a vague sensation that something somewhere within this dreamscape is potentially dangerous to you.
Good. All right.
If I could have been any more vague, I probably would have. Sorry.
I get it. It was a 3.
All right. So, what are you guys doing?
What do you
So
think we
we
should
are
do,
in
Sim?
this hallway, correct?
It's like a
Or
room, but
hallway-esque.
it's so piled with wires and these weird chrysalis pods that it kind of like it cuts the room down to a hallway. So like you can tell that there's crap behind these pods through these wires, you just can't see it. So it's it's almost like it's leading in one direction, but there's things you can't see that are outside the bounds or
Okay.
of what's being shown currently.
Going to go up to the closest pod
Mm-hmm.
and take a glance in if I can see anything.
So you look inside, and what you see is near the bottom, this liquid has pooled. And the liquid is kind of shimmering different colors, but not like it's like oil, but it's clear.
Okay.
So it like vibrates with these colors, and inside the liquid are more wires and metal tubing and various medical looking things.
But it's empty otherwise.
It is empty otherwise.
Okay.
Mm.
And there's a lot of them, or a decent amount.
There is a decent amount.
Okay.
From what you can see from where you're standing, there's at least 20 of them, 10 on each side, but it looks like potentially more.
Potentially more.
What are these? Sim, do you have any idea what these are? Like,
I'm not sure exactly, but I'm going to see if I can. Going to do a medicine roll. I think medicine probably is applicable here, or investigation potentially. I want to see if I can divine the something of the purpose of what these containers are doing.
Okay.
I think medicine is most applicable, but you tell me.
You can go ahead and roll a medicine, and if Dearg wants to help, you can roll a.
I do have
Hold
medicine.
on.
I gave him medicine. That's right.
You can help with the medicine if you want
Cool.
to.
I will help.
Okay.
Eric wants help. He's a good boy.
All right.
Don't drop the
Intelligence
laptop.
plus medicine,
And then
or worse.
Dearg, it would be intelligence and medicine
Intelligence
plus
and medicine.
the dice from Dearg.
Okay. So let me get that pulled together real quick. This is including the extra die from Dearg.
Mm-hmm. I'm going to spend a willpower on that because I was a little on the low side.
That's fair.
Okay.
It's because Dearg helped.
Much better.
That's
So, after
rude.
the expenditure, after the expenditure willpower, it's 5 successes.
5 successes.
Mm-hmm.
So as you're kind of examining this weird chrysalis thing, you look inside, and one of the wires looks almost like at a hospital when they put on those like the masks where they like do the breathing, or when anesthesia they put those like weird masks on your face so that you breathe it in.
Yeah.
It kind of looks a little bit like that. It's almost jellyfish like in nature, so it was kind of hard to see. So between the jellyfish like breathing apparatus, the rest of the wires and tubes, and just the general shape of this, you get the idea that it's almost like that science fiction-y, like people inside containers being genetically created, pod people.
Right.
It vaguely reminds you of those movies where, like, sci-fi, where it's like the person's in the tank, they have the mask, they're being experimented on, or they're being healed. That's what that looks like. It is some kind of medical equipment, but it doesn't look quite right.
Sim's gonna look to Dearg and go, something being grown in here, potentially manipulated.
Why would Pippen be dreaming about that?
Perhaps that's their origin.
I mean, she's not a changeling.
This seems.
And she's not human. Like, I asked her, are you changeling? She wouldn't answer. And then I was like, are you human? And she said, I mean, have you seen her legs? And she's got clicky ears. Like, that's not a human thing.
No, it's not. You're right.
I mean, I've never ran into a human that's ears clicked.
I can assure you it's rare, if at all.
Yeah. So.
It gives
did
me
she get
the
made?
impression. Yeah, gives me the impression that something being manufactured, potentially en masse. If this is any indication, there's either a bunch of somethings like Pippen or things that are Pippen themselves.
Well, didn't Pippen have a motley of, like,
Mm-hmm.
those 4 people in the ledger?
Mm-hmm.
It was
But
her, scratchy out dude face, and the other 2.
Yep.
Oh, but I'm trying to play him as 1 intelligence. It hurts. It's fine.
It's funny.
It's fine.
No, they did come with the other individuals
Yeah.
who I don't think they're. Now, if I remember correctly, Levi's journal had mainly Pippin and one other entity that they had a serious misunderstanding or concern about. The other 2 I thought
Yes,
were
his journal had that the unknown entity and Pippin were the biggest sources of concern for him. But in the actual ledger, he had written notes about Odo the ogre,
Yep.
where he like disputed and like worked through what like acts like he has more kiths, than just one, isn't strong enough, like notes about like basically debunking why he believed Odo wasn't an ogre. Like that was, and they were all in the margins. The only one that was untouched of the 4 was Celia. She was the only one that it didn't seem like anyone was questioning, or at least not as heavily, if she was a changeling or not.
Okay. So there's a very good chance here, Dearg. It's like we're dealing with something that's making them, building them, growing them,
Mm.
and maybe they're working on perfecting it. Maybe it gets harder to determine who is really a changeling or not, if that's their goal. Which
That would explain why she clicks. And why I mean, she's only dangerous when she clicks, though, so, like...
Okay, I told you why, right? Okay.
No? Not that I remember.
Oh, I might have only told Reed. I apologize for that, Dearg. There's, they mentioned that they're specifically gathering intelligence information and sending it back to someone. Don't know who. Have a feeling the clicking and the other noises that you're picking up and those sorts of things is like monitoring equipment of some sort. Listening, taking pictures, sending information, sensory information back. It's like you, Dearg, you go somewhere and you smell and see and hear something and you send it to me over a distance.
She's basically a cell phone, got it.
Exactly.
Hmm.
But a cell phone that's on and sending, and we don't know who's picked up on the other end. Hopefully we can find that out in here.
Yeah. Yeah. Should we just keep going?
I was just about to suggest that we move on, yeah.
Okay. Are you following the path that the dream takes?
I think so, yeah.
I
Okay.
was just going to say that's probably the best course of action at the moment.
Yeah.
So you continue down that hallway.
Mm-hmm.
I want to
You
just
see a bunch of
generally keep an eye out. I want to do a
roll a wits and intelligence for me then.
just want to keep an eye out on things in general as we're moving through. I don't want to try and be caught unawares by anything. Oh, that's a pretty good roll. 4
What is it?
successes.
4
Again?
successes.
Wits and
Intelligence.
What's an intelligence? Yep.
oh boy.
You always say that, and then you roll fine.
I have 3 dice.
Crit on
Yeah, and you always roll fine.
2. You'll crit on 2.
It's ridiculous. Yeah.
I got 2.
Oh,
Okay.
Hey, 2 out of 3.
So as you're going through, you're looking around, and you don't necessarily see anything that immediately catches your attention or alarms you, or this area. It's a lot of the same. It's well, sim. You rolled high enough to see this. Behind the wires, behind them, that lead off for deeper into what would be this room full of these chrysalises, you do see movement. Something walking back and forth, and you hear clicking the same way that Pippin's ears click. It's something is walking, and it's clicking.
Following us or independent of us?
Just more of pacing. It's going one way and then the other, and then turning around and going back. Just back and forth.
Okay.
What is
Forward?
that? Dragon knows, right? That's the one.
Yes.
Where you can.
Sim knows that she feels sorrow for her situation and for what she used to be.
On right.
Yep.
Before I was.
I'm just curious if it is Pippin
Yes.
in the stream.
I think that's a good idea. What I was actually also considering is that would Pathfinder be of assistance?
Pathfinder is only for the hedge.
Okay. That's just edge. Okay, got it. All right. Stuck behind these cables and wires and different things. So it looks like there's something obscuring where the clicking and the moving is coming from.
Essentially, the wires are obscuring, like the what you see in the forefront, the organic material going into the wires and the cables and the tubing and the whatevers, and these chrysalises themselves are obscuring whatever is walking and clicking behind the wires.
Okay. Dearg.
Mm-hmm.
You want to see if we can push through or just keep to somewhat of a path?
I mean, we could probably cut a closer path. Seem it would cut off time. Maybe.
I don't have the ability to create anything that would be a weapon or some type of tool in this dream, but I
can do
know
that.
you can.
I mean, it's helpful with the whole food
What?
consumption.
Sorry, there's a bug. What you can do and what I will allow is what dreams may come. Whereas this allows you to use dream weaving. Now, it allows you to alter what other changeling have done, but you can use it to also move parts of the dream. So,
that's what Dearg's gonna try to do, is gonna
what dreams may come.
Alter it so they have a path through.
Okay. So that one is, oh boy, manipulation and subterfuge.
I'll help.
And I don't
add
my weird, right?
You do. You'll add your weird to this.
I'll assist with this.
Good.
So.
That's good.
Okay, add an extra dice. You can help with the manipulation. Yeah. You can help with the manipulation aspect by instructing Dearg how to manipulate it since you don't have this ability.
Well, 1, 2, 3, 4.
So what
I
you
got
do
5.
is nice.
All right. So you are going through the wires.
Mm-hmm. We're gonna make like that whole spin thing that Sim has going on when he crafts things.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I've seen him do it. I can't.
Oh gosh. That'd be interesting. Okay. You said you got 5?
I should forge
Mhm.
nice things for Dearg.
I mean, you could. You could forge a actual stand for his rug. Hang it up when it's drying.
I'll do that.
Oh,
I'm gonna make you a rug
okay.
drying stand.
Aww.
For when you wash it. So you part the wires. And basically, doing that, you manipulate the dream stuff to create essentially an opening within them that looks natural. It looks as though it had always been there.
Mhm.
And on the other side, and it hasn't noticed you because that's what this is supposed to be for, so you don't get noticed doing it. On the other side is this robotic creature. It's walking back and forth. And it's shaped like a kind of bulky humanoid rabbit with white panels, big ears, walking
Sim,
back and forth.
Sim, do you see that?
I do see that. I'm thinking back to that silly letter we got.
Yep.
And what
Do you
it said.
think? Do you think Pippen was the rabbit?
Quite.
Do you need the letter again? Is that what you're looking up?
Yeah, I just wanted to double check. We are going to be late for a very important date, and the white rabbit
Mm-hmm.
will wake soon.
Yeah.
I don't think Pippin is the rabbit, but I think Pippin knows what the rabbit is.
I mean, we just gotta find her in here.
Speaking of that, go ahead and roll me another wit and intelligence.
Which one?
Sim.
Me? Okay.
Sim. Derek can roll too if he wants to.
You know what? I'm gonna take my 3 dice. I'm gonna take my lucky dice. The I lied. They are not lucky.
That's okay. You did really good with your
Yeah.
Good.
contract. Also, I do need you to roll me a glamour for that contract. So do that right now.
Oh, okay.
Yep, just use your hunger die.
Wow, okay. I'm going to spend
Whee!
some willpower on this.
I got a
Okay,
7.
This yes.
good job.
Did it. Go me.
It's a night to blow through willpower, apparently.
It might
Willpower?
be a good
We
use
don't
of it,
need
though.
willpower.
All we do is
Those
win
were
no
their
matter what.
famous last words.
3 successes with the
3
experience.
successes?
Yep.
All right. And you failed your roll there as well, Dearg? Did you roll for it?
I rolled my 3 dice, and it came
Okay.
up 5s because
They're not lucky. Okay, got it.
lucky.
All right. So, yes, what is before you? Yeah, you're
Yeah.
all you see is this white rabbit like robot. It's kind of like, imagine a bunny suit, like a human in a bunny suit, only make that a robot and give it the actual narrow face of an animal
Mm-hmm.
rather than the creepy, horrifying costume face that those have. It's got like a real narrow with these big ears that stick out.
Right. Hmm.
Legs are kind of bent at the knees or the haunches. It has haunches like a rabbit.
Yeah.
Okay.
Should we say hello or try to avoid it or
I have a feeling that we shouldn't interact with it, but it's just pacing at the moment. It's
Mm-hmm.
not interacting with anything.
Nope.
And it's not saying anything.
Nope. It's just pacing back and forth in the same area.
All right.
yeah. I mean, it's a rabbit, right?
Are you implying that you'd like to hunt it?
Maybe. Just keeps pacing back and forth.
How big is
They're
it
just
again?
watching it.
Human sized,
Mm-hmm.
Human size?
5'8".
Right.
Yeah.
Derek's gonna walk up to it. Just like
You're gonna walk up. Uh-oh.
super stealthily.
You're
All
gonna go
right,
stealthy?
Stealthy way.
roll a dexterity and stealth then.
Well, I noticed that Dearg is stealthily moving. I'm going to engage
You
it
have
in a
to.
non-stealthy manner. I'm gonna
You're
distract
gonna.
it.
No.
I'm gonna distract it essentially, or if I can.
We make
Okay.
strong choices here.
You're about to, yeah.
It's a rabbit. How
It's
bad
all
could it
right.
be?
You're fine.
Come
'Cause you know
on.
what?
That's fine. You're
Well,
gonna
I
be
mean,
fine.
my vice is envy. I'm rather envious
Mhm.
of the craftsmanship of this thing.
Oh shit, that's right.
I want to find out
All
how
right.
this thing works.
You want to roll a will save just to make sure? No, you have to, obviously. All right. 3. Okay. So not only does it see Sim, but it sees you. And immediately, from a panel on its back opens up, it turns to face you and this gun. Long. Think of the Predator gun a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
The one that like shoots arms off people. That thing, it looks like that.
I'm gonna dive for cover.
You're gonna dive for cover? Alright. Roll a
I'm not
dexterity.
gonna stand there and let it shoot at me. That would be silly.
It noticed Dearg, so if it doesn't hit you, it's hitting him.
He's super stealthy right now. No one has ever seen.
That's okay. You can
Thereby.
dream.
It's like
Okay,
accidentally
roll a
stepping on
dexterity
mouse
for
in the
me.
middle of the night. They don't see you.
Mhm.
So dexterity and athletics.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yep.
I was just gonna ask, can I rouse the blood? But no.
You can.
No,
You can
yeah.
expend glamour. You have to
Right.
make a glamour check to expend glamour to yeah, it's I made it as similar as possible.
And you add 1 die, correct?
Half your weird rounded up.
Half your weird rounded up. Okay, so
Yep. So
that would be 1 for me because my weird is only 3.
you rounded half of it rounded up. So half of
Oh, rounded up,
yeah.
not down. Sorry. So
So it would be 2. Yeah.
okay. I do
It'd be
not.
2 extra dice for you.
I do not encroach upon my glamour. I rolled high enough. I rolled a 7.
Cool. Awesome.
So I will add 2 to that. Okay. 4 successes. All 6s.
4?
Yes.
4 successes. All right.
You always get 5s.
So here's what happened. It fires off. Yep, fires off a shot.
Oh boy.
And it hits you as you roll out of the way.
Still hits me?
It does.
Ah, okay.
It got a 5, and it's the
Cool.
aggressor.
Got it.
Yep.
Okay.
So it hits you, but because your roll was decent, it basically blasts you into, like, the force of the hit blasts you into equipment that is hanging out in this room. Feels real to you when you hit it, so you get 3 subdual damage from basically being slammed into a bunch of metal equipment really hard.
3 superficial, eh? Okay.
Yep. Subdual, yeah.
Gotcha.
Mm-hmm.
It turns
That hurts.
to you, Dearg.
Mm-hmm.
It aims right at you. I'm going to give you a chance to do something because you see it do this, but it's going to be similar to what Sim just did.
Ooh.
You have a chance to get away, or you can stand your ground, but you know it knows that you're there. You're not that dumb. You have some intelligence.
I'm gonna use Fickle Fate on it.
All right.
Cool.
So you focus on it. That's not a glamour one, right?
It's free.
Yep.
Free.
2 dice on its
Free
next
Dearg.
attempt
Free
at that.
Dearg.
Not very nice. Okay.
I'm okay with that. I forgot
Yep.
I also have
Yeah.
the other one too, which is Favored Fate. I apologize, Sim.
Oh, yeah, that's right. That's funny.
I'm a great roommate, okay?
Maybe.
I
We're
could
gonna
have helped you.
reconsider
I
this.
forgot.
I'm gonna reconsider this
I mean,
arrangement.
you probably should.
I'm just gonna have Savannah and Rose stay here now.
No,
Oh,
I need a place for my rug. Like where will
I'll
the rug
rent a
live,
spot
Sim?
for you. I'll rent your room out too.
Don't you already
wow!
do
Gonna
that?
break
Just
your
for the
motley
rug,
pledge?
you're gonna have to go
You're
see
gonna
that. Just messing with you.
break your
Breaking
motley
your
pledge.
No, we're
motley.
not gonna do that.
Enjoy being that. Enjoy those consequences.
All right.
I'm not gonna
Sim.
do
So it
that.
loses 2 dice on its next attempted action. So are you trying? Or did you sat and you use fickle fate, which you have to focus on them for?
Accidents happen. It's okay.
Oh fuck!
It's like playing with Zarin.
Rude.
It's Fallout.
It wasn't an accident though. And I just was real good at what I do. And it's a problem. It's fine.
Okay. It. You have to understand how many dice I still had.
Okay.
2 of 10. Completely misses you. Completely misses you. I had 8
What can I
dice.
say?
Rolled
Fate's a
no
bitch.
successes. No successes.
It's fine.
But so it just.
Mhm.
Derek's pretty sure he's invincible at this point. He's like, look at that.
Oh no. Oh no.
Oh, no, exactly.
Oh
No,
no.
no, 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 no. It's
I'm
fine.
All right.
invincible.
I'm invincible! Yeah, then we're gonna use my terrible brew. And
Oh shit.
we're
Yep. Okay.
gonna bristle grind the fuck out of this rabbit.
All right. Go ahead and make your roll.
This is
Because
what Derek's
So
good at.
we're grinding rabbits now.
We are.
mhm.
That's what we did
Because
earlier. Because Ro
what
and I are
it
friends.
does
It's my
is
horse and
it
Peppa.
extends like a Swiss Army knife. It extends a blade out of its hand. But since you're aggressing on it while it does that, you're gonna get to hit it because
Oh,
it chose not to go anywhere.
if it's gonna go, I'm obviously gonna give Dearg
Yep.
a hand, and I will go at him with burning it,
All right.
just like fire.
So with just like all right. So make your roll for that.
I don't have that in
had
front of me.
6 out of
Ep2.
8.
Okay, I got that. You got a 5?
6 out of 8.
6. Oh, damn.
Dang.
Oh, yeah, you
good job.
absolutely just fucking...
Pringleize them.
Yeah, I mean, wow. Yeah, something breaks. You hear the pop of something mechanical coming loose. Give me just a second. I didn't pull up your contracts because I assumed you had them. All right, just like fire.
Yeah.
Is that the one you want?
Yeah.
Or do you want light me up?
I do not have light me up yet.
So you don't have 2 dots in that contract?
Not yet.
Okay.
I'll do that
So
with my experience upgrade.
you have to touch it with just like fire because you get hot. So
Yeah, and that's I'm gonna do
it's a resolve and weird.
Okay.
So yeah, basically Dearg fucking pumps himself up.
Mhm.
Wham! Slams into it. Mechanics crush, break. You hear a whirring noise as something inside of it's not functioning the way it should be. It's going to try to take another shot at you.
Oh, yes. Nice. 6 successes.
To hit?
Yeah, my whole pool.
I'm going to reroll
was
the
a
third man
success.
thing because I didn't knock anything. So, oh my gosh. Yeah, you absolutely, you
Just like,
same thing. You run up and you,
I look like the Human Torch. Just
yeah,
running
pretty
at
much.
them.
And you basically burn the inside, like wires begin to melt, the metal. I mean, you've heated a lot of metal up before. You know that it gets weak. It becomes some metals just outright melt. Yeah.
Looks like
All
you
right.
got a little hot under the collar.
Unjail. No.
Unjail.
No.
Okay.
I'm on fire tonight.
Punjail.
Come on, man. Come on.
Okay. So
Damn it.
after it half recovers from Dearg hitting it, it aims that gun again. And then Sim hits it on the side, burning some of the cables and wires. Its arm falls off.
Stay out of the dreaming.
It does hit you, however.
We'll
It
mute
does.
you.
Sorry. Go ahead.
And this blast does the same thing, Dearg. It
Mm-hmm.
hits you and it pushes you back into shit, which causes subdual damage. It's 3 subdual damage as you go crashing back into a bunch of wires and cables and shit.
Mm-hmm.
And it tries to rotate in Sim's direction, and like something is broken, so it has to jump around. Like you fuck the internals of this thing up just a little bit, but it is rotating towards you, Sim.
Okay. Can I keep my just like fire like maintained and still just
Yes.
hit at it?
Yeah.
If I can do
The
that.
cost is also free for this, so it's just you can rolling to re-hit is going to be your resolve and your weird because you are making yourself too hot, and if you fail the roll like complete bust, you could injure yourself.
Yeah.
Even though you're an elemental. So
got it. This one's not too bad. 1, 2, 3, 4. This one has 4 successes.
so you manage to hit it again. You know, it's flames burning, something off is turned off, and it doesn't do as much as the first hit did. Some of its armor catches a little bit of the fire.
Okay.
The arm with the blade fell off, so it's just gonna try to hit you.
Okay.
Dearg, you can stand up. You're fine
Mhm.
to do
Yeah,
whatever you
I'm
want.
looking at the contracts for
Oh,
what I can
shit.
do. And would the rabbit be edible in the dream?
I mean, you can definitely chomp into it if you want to.
I figured that's what you were planning. You're planning the, like you mentioned,
Yep.
gristle grind.
Yep. We're
And
gonna
it
start chomping. It's
punches you for 2 subdual damage.
Okay.
Sim hits you. Yeah, it takes its remaining hand. All right, roll.
Maxes my health tracker, just so you're aware, so I'll be heading into aggravated territory after this.
fine.
Cool.
Ooh.
You
Yeah.
roll all your shit.
Okay, here we go.
Right, terrible teeth.
Terrible
gonna-
teeth.
Shit out of him.
Munch.
Haha. I can count. Basic maths. But
Dearg.
Fine.
Little gamey.
real stringy, actually.
Exactly.
You.
Mm.
Excuse me as I munch on this TV.
What?
The
6?
6?
Nice.
Oh yeah. You can. Your teeth do a lot of damage.
job.
So you come in
Good job.
and open your ridiculously wide mouth.
It's unfortunate, really.
Well, how do you want to?
How do you want to
kill
do this?
Oh,
How do you want? No, so I wasn't gonna say it like that. I said, I was gonna say, how do you want to kill it?
How do I want to? Oh,
Yeah.
Dearg's
What do you want to do to it?
for the full grab head, chomp, and just shake it
Cool. And you got
until the head.
you got a warm meal on top of this.
No, right?
Yeah. So you open your mouth ridiculously wide.
Donkulous.
You shake it around.
Yep.
Its head goes flying. The rest of the robot starts sparking and shutting down, and parts of it are melting from the excessive heat. I mean, you can feel how hot Sim is. Shut up. How hot Sim is behind you.
Obviously.
Stupid fire elementals.
We're not those kind of roommates, Sam.
Exactly.
I know.
He just calls me Sizzle Chest.
Oh God, no.
I'm just messing with you.
Anyways, so
So it
the
goes
robot
flying.
is destroyed. Yep, head crashes across the
Beautiful.
floor, slams into things. You shake it a little bit, wires snap, armor flies off of it,
And Sim is like, nah, like probably
Mhm.
shielding their eyes from the debris flying around.
And you have beat the rabbit.
We did it, and
The dream
Dearg is
version.
going to try and attempt to actually eat said robotic. It's a dream. It's a dream. He's going to try.
Give it a
It's
shot.
a problem. It's a problem. It's fine. He hungry.
Okay,
And he damaged.
Yeah. That reminds me, recovering health in the system.
Because it's a dream. Because I have the contract to do it.
Recovering health, either you need a contract, like the Gluttonous Feast of Might, which is the ogre one,
Oh, gross.
or you have the Cleanse It with Fire. Is that what it's called? Cleanse It with Fire. That's the one where you heal by completely getting into your forge would be a good way to do it, actually. That is real high up there contract. So you can either see an artificer, eat a goblin fruit, or wait for it to heal on its own.
Gotcha.
But you heal naturally because you are mostly human. My hair is getting
Understood.
stuck in shit again.
Dearg, when you're done doing all your munching,
Hmm?
you look back and Sim looks pretty hurt.
Oh.
And basically, what you do is to eat the rabbit, you suck up the stuff that makes it a dream. So it unravels
Which is
into glitter and smoke and,
Mhm.
just dream stuff. And it absorbs. And Sim's real hurt.
But does it taste good? This is the important part. Because if it's part of Pippin's dream, does it taste like sorrow?
It doesn't taste
How does
like
the
sorrow.
dream taste?
How does the dream? I want to know if I'm having tasty dreams. Say, let's not ever
The
say
dream
that again.
tastes like fear.
Hopefully, somebody's writing these quotes down.
Also, write down.
I'm not, but I just
Yep, write that one down.
I'm gonna go back through this later before.
It'll be fine. We'll do.
I attempt to patch up Sim a little bit, but I only got one success.
But
And then can we
Dearg,
take a quick cheesecake break?
the dream tasted like fear. Fear.
Here. That's bad. Okay.
Yes. So go ahead and roll a medicine. An intelligence and medicine. No, intelligence and medicine.
Oh wait,
One.
willpower.
Yeah,
Willpower.
it might be a good idea.
2.
You form a band-aid out of the dream. You stick it on him where you think it hurts.
Which is everywhere.
Does that help?
It emotionally makes you feel better, Sim.
Just
You
like-
emotionally feel better.
It's helping.
He tried for you.
It's helping.
He's helping. He's helpful.
It's helping.
He
Derek.
tries his best. I'm glad, Sim. Like I'm trying my best. Like, and I ate it. That's like 3 rabbits a day. Well, I mean, technically 2, because like I had to share with Ro. But does it count as a rabbit if it's in a dream? I mean, I chased it. I chased the white rabbit.
You chased it and you attacked it. I call it good.
I chased it, attacked it, and ate it.
That's a quote. All right. We'll be back after a momentary break.
Yes, thank you.
Hello, everyone.
Welcome back.
All right. So, you killed the fuck out of the robot. And you gave Sim a band-aid.
I did. It was a good band-aid, too.
It helped you feel emotionally
superheroes on it.
Yeah, a little flame.
Little flames? Yeah.
Little hot rod flames.
Yeah. Exactly. The only option, really.
That's okay. So, what?
Sometimes you just gotta let things on fire to make them feel better.
What you see back behind this security measure are a whole bunch of jumbled up letters.
Letters like letters sent by mail, not letters.
Letters like they spell something, but you can't tell what they spell.
Got it.
Can we read the letters individually?
Yes.
So it's like the alphabet up on the
Let me
home with the Christmas lights.
Okay. So the individual letters are M, T, E, G,
MPE.
GRHANEI. There is a last E that's separate from them. So it's like this would be one word, the E would be a word all by itself.
Okay.
So it's like a cluster and then a letter.
Now, is Dearg smart enough to figure this out?
Dearg can go ahead and roll if you want to see if his brain can function long enough. You can roll a. You've been doing okay with this one.
Little bit.
You can roll wits and resolve. Because you're trying real hard. We'll see if you give up.
He's a good boy, and you know what? He's trying his best, but sometimes the effort's just not worth it.
Sloth. You have to try real hard to.
Wait, hold on. It doesn't matter if it's a 6 or a 9, that both passes. Oh my god. Okay. So
If a
6,
6
9, 9, 6,
was a 9.
5. So 4 out of 5.
Nice.
That's enough for you to, you really think on it. You're like, I think this spells something. I think I might be able to do this. So,
I have done enough book research for read.
to read.
These are
You can read.
Definitely a letter. And that is not right. Forming a word.
Yep.
A word. Yeah, something like that.
Puzzle.
Like what do you think, Sim?
I think you're on track for sure. Let me take a look see here.
We're gonna do puzzles.
I'm gonna do an investigation roll to get a clue, see if that one outstanding letter is possibly like.
I think the first one is A. Is Dearg saying that because of the alphabet? Yes, he is.
Go ahead and roll that, and I will let you know.
Yeah, I'm looking to see what sort of pattern and or if the one call out letter is perhaps um, a code for what needs to be, or potentially an order that they need to be in, or. But let me make a roll on that first. So investigation.
Yes.
Okay.
Investigation and wits. Intelligence. Investigation intelligence.
Okay. Cool. Going to utilize some glamour on this, so that'll be fun.
Okay.
Excuse me. Okay. Good. Not a bad pool. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Did
5, 6.
Did you lose? Did you succeed at your glamour check?
I did. I did not lose any
Okay.
glamour. So,
Yeah.
yeah, because glamour is already built up and it's us losing it when we check for it, correct? It's the opposite of hunger.
Yes. It is the opposite of hunger. So, yeah, as you expend glamour, you lose the glamour points until you run out of glamour, and then you can't use anything that requires it
until you refresh it.
Until you refresh it, which is consuming it.
Got it.
So, What you can tell from that is this is meant to be 2 words. The E represents a secondary word.
Okay.
It doesn't necessarily mean it's a 1-letter word, but
Right.
it's 2. This mixed up puzzle is 2 words.
Got it. I think one of the words is meeting. And let's see. The remaining letters R, H, A, and E, a secondary E.
Yeah.
Well,
Hair.
with your with your 5 on that, I will let you know one of the words is a very common word. The other one is not.
Okay.
Tree.
What's that?
Tree.
Tree.
That's fine.
Okay, and
Mm-hmm.
looking at R.
Thing is another one. But
What was that?
oh, the dyslexics trying to do a word puzzle. It's a lot of fun.
I'm sorry.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah.
You can
Things.
always ask Reed for help later if you need to.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
You
I mean,
have resources.
yep. Right.
I think
Tree. Thing. Green. Take out
I
green.
really think it's one of the words is meeting, and I think it's specifying a meeting place. But the place is what's tripping me up as far as that could be where it's a common word. Hmm. Make a note of it. Check with the read in a little bit
Mm-hmm.
so we don't get too off track. But I think it's pointing to a
Yeah.
meeting place. But I'm just not familiar with the name. Sim's gonna copy down all the information that he sees.
Yep. You can go ahead and do that.
Mm-hmm.
And that is what is behind these wires, is this. That is what was hidden, and that is what the robot was guarding, was this jumble of letters, which, as you know, you can't read in dreams. So it's clearly something that if you were not in a dream would be understandable.
Right, stream speak.
And it's written on a wall like it's labeling something. Like if the location of it would be if you were in a building and you were being directed to go someplace, it would be the above the, hey, this is
It's a
exam
directory
room
sign.
1. This is a direct, yes. It looks like it is where somebody would put something to be like, you are in the boiler room. That's what it looks like to you.
Got it.
Hmm.
Fun. Okay. Sim has a thought on that Dearg, I think this is maybe subliminally where Pippen is supposed to communicate to others where they might need to go or where they themselves might need to meet.
And I need you to roll me a wits intelligence.
Me?
Then Derek can help.
Okay.
Well, help.
Probably for the best. Yeah.
Okay. Four successes.
All right. So there's nothing else back here.
Okay.
Really, like obviously as a dream, Derek could continue like pushing through crap until you eventually got somewhere else. Or you could try to see where the actual dream led rather
I
than
think we're gonna go back to
going
that.
out of the bounds.
Yeah.
All right.
Does that sound like a good idea, Dearg?
I mean, if that's what you want to do, Sam, I'm here for you. Whatever you decide.
Okay. Well,
If you want me to
let's.
start moving stuff, if you want me to start eating stuff, I'm real good at that. So
I know. You're fantastic at it. Way better than
yeah,
anything I can do, so let's go ahead
still
and.
not allowed back at that buffet. All you can eat is all you can eat. I'm just saying.
Mhm. Let's
So
maneuver ourselves back onto the path for a while. Let's see where this dream will take us. If we need to deviate again, we will. Let's see what's out there. And Sim will work himself back to the path. Hopefully with
you hit.
Dearg in tow.
Yep. It's not too far. You walk back past where you destroyed the rabbit and where it knocked you into some stuff. Back on into the mist covered hallway. The mist did not follow you past this area. The mist is staying low to the ground in this one section.
Foggy.
And you start going down the hall. And it's like a dream. The hallway contracts, it expands until you are standing in front of a circular, it's kind of a dome,
A dome.
except it's got organic kind of veins going along it, and the glass, it's all stained glass. All the glass
Okay.
panels in this dome are different colors, and it's an unnatural, like just kind of webbing that's in between the glass. It looks insect like, if you had to kind of guess an origin of whatever this crap is that's holding the stained glass windows in place. But it's kind of a dome shape. At you're kind of in a new area. Like you've walked
We've
through, and then
got. Yeah.
behind you there's nothing.
Is that called an arbitorium or? I thought there was a name for these things that are
There might be. I
and
If
they're
there is, I don't know.
yeah. It's like there's a special name for like the domed greenhouses, and that's just it's just escaping me at the moment.
An arboretum.
That's what I
That's where
thought.
they.
Yeah, an
Yeah.
arboretum. I must have just said it wrong. So okay, take a little glass vial.
Little glass vial? Little
Glass
glass
vial.
vial.
You put it in the gun like a battery. Great. Now I'm
Mhm.
singing
Do,
it.
do, do, do.
Oh, we are gonna make you watch that. I still can't believe you have never seen that.
It slipped totally under my radar. Yeah, it's insane. I'm going to inspect
Hmm.
the that webbing stuff a little closer.
Okay.
Arboretum. Put together.
You
Forest. That's Arbor's tree. Anyway,
you
we'll get
don't
stuck
need
on
to you
that.
don't need to roll anything if you don't want to, because you go up to it and it's literally just kind of an organic material that is very insect like. What you can Okay, you can make me a room if
Okay.
you want. Now I can tell you what it is. Let me go to my sheet. You can go ahead and roll an academics if you have it, and intelligence.
I got academics because Sim is a learning type of changeling.
I bet.
I
he's
eat stuff
he's
real
real
good.
smart. Well, you did. You ate that rabbit real good.
Hell yeah, I did.
Tastes like fear.
Better
Eh.
be writing these down.
We record now. Do I have to?
Oh, okay, fine.
I'll go back.
Because
I can go back.
it's
I'll
nice.
watch.
It's nice to record them because yeah, because then you have to go through and find. Oh, there we go. As long as I guess we call it out in the video, that's good.
Well, we edit now, so
Yes, we will be editing. Look at us doing things.
we're professionals at what? No one
Hey.
knows, but
We pretend it's fine.
3 successes.
3 successes.
Yeah.
So essentially, what to the best of your understanding, what you saw in the other room were chrysalises, and this is vaguely reminiscent of what you would see in a butterfly's wing.
Okay. The membrane.
Hmm
Mhm.
That's the word I couldn't think
Furry
of. Thank you. Membrane.
Right.
So, it's with the stained glass. What you know about a lot of ideologies involving butterflies due to the caterpillar's metamorphosis into the butterfly is they represent some kind of change or metamorphosis or whatever. So the butterfly, caterpillar, chrysalis elements you're seeing throughout this dream, you understand are symbolic of more than likely what has happened to Pippen, because
Okay.
it does coincide with medical equipment and science stuff.
Okay. Gotcha.
Mm. Oh no. Oh no.
Yeah, they're something's making and building and
Yep.
unleashing them in there, and they're bypassing. I mean, the best way I can think of it or frame it is like there's a natural order to changeling, and something is bucking this natural order.
hmm
So
You can look through the window if you want to. These are window panes.
I'll take a look.
And what you see
What do we see?
basically just justifies what you were thinking. It is a surgical table
Ah,
with the big light and the scalpels and the instruments on the table.
gotcha.
Next to it, a clipboard, file on it, on the counter, sink in the background, the anesthesiologist's cart.
Okay,
Then this is bad.
very.
And from behind you, you hear a voice. What are you doing here?
Turn around and see who's addressing us.
Mm-hmm.
You see a young girl,
Hmm.
youngish girl, with long brown hair,
Okay.
kind of wavy, wearing like a white sweater.
Okay.
Looks human. Also looks a lot like Pippin.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Oh shit. The mortal that was in the oh.
The mortal that was back in the train car. Mm-hmm.
That was in that pod.
Yep.
That pod was Ro, though. That was her defending herself.
But mortals.
Yep.
Someone's using humans.
Someone using humans and engineering them into something that's, or at least as close to their approximation of mimicking changelings.
Are you guys talking to each other?
No,
Okay.
I'm just thinking out loud at the moment as a player.
Derek
But
is
I
actually
do turn
thinking
around.
these things out loud because
I'll
Yeah.
tap. I'll tap Dearg real quick.
Mhm.
Wait.
Yeah.
We have a visitor.
You see the same girl. She's waiting patiently.
Hello.
Hello. What are you doing here?
Visiting.
Yes.
We're looking for Pippen.
Pippen.
Yes, we're trying to help someone.
Oh,
And my colleague here is friend is asking after a Pippin. Do you happen to know them?
Oh, what's your name?
she answers you. You know she does. You see her mouth move. What you hear
Nothing.
is the sound of static.
I see.
And then she says, I don't know a Pippin.
Sim. Sim, did you hear that, Sim?
Can either of you read lips?
I can try.
We
Okay.
can certainly try.
We can most certainly give it our all.
Here goes Fig.
Yeah, Fig actually has that ability.
I know. Crazy ass Fig.
Take the
He's
best.
useful.
Yes. He compliments me. I have to.
I know, it takes so little.
Okay, so that would probably be wits and. Oh dear. Let's see. Wits and.
You can either use your academics or I would allow expression. I think we thought that was a performance. So, no, we'll go with empathy. You can either pick empathy or academics.
I'll definitely go with empathy then. That's a
Okay.
bigger two of the pool. And I'm going to see if I can add a couple of die to that. See if I lose some glamour. I've been so good, I have not encroached upon my glamour tonight.
No one
Not-
has. It's amazing. You guys are
I
doing
had
real
to make
great with that.
one roll.
Your mic's dropping off. Sorry.
One more time.
There you
There you
go.
go.
Thank you. One more time.
Time.
4, 5,
Did you actually lose glamour?
5. No, I did not.
Damn.
I rolled high enough.
5?
I've been rolling 6 or higher on my checks.
Hell yeah.
So 5 successes.
You believe what was potentially being mouthed was the word Hayden, or the name Hayden.
Hayden.
Mm-hmm.
Well, taking notice of that, and they say, I haven't heard of a Pippin.
Mm-hmm.
I acknowledge that Dearg mentioned what they said. Like, Dearg goes, did you not hear that? And I give him a little, a reassuring, nod with the shoulder and go, "Thank you for introducing yourself," to the little person. I look up at Dearg real quick and give him a wink, and then
Is that a yes or a no, Sim? Because all I heard was static. Like.
This is great. Subtlety. Dearg is not.
Yeah.
We're such the odd couple. It's awesome. But we're there for each other.
Damn straight. Motley
So-
till the end. Which might be very soon, given
Goonies never say die.
So
Hell yeah.
this girl hated Pippen, whatever the heck her actual name probably is.
I hope
Does she have a name?
Maybe. You only heard static. She leans way forward. And in the way that dreams get fucking weird, here we go.
Mm-hmm.
She says, "You're almost there." And points to the back to the stained glass, which is
Right.
completely broken out in sections that looks decimated. There are spider webs on it, like you turned away and years have passed on this weird structure. And she points to it.
Okay.
And then says, "Follow their eyes."
Wasn't that something Pippen said?
This is in the letter.
That's what the letter said.
Yeah.
I was just going to say, that's what the letter mentioned. Follow their eyes.
And when you turn back around to her, she has a third eye carved into her forehead. And it looks, this is where this shit gets real dark. Sorry.
That's fine.
It's carved into the forehead, and it looks as though someone had basically taken an eye out of someone else and basically just stuck it into this hole in her head. Sorry. You can let me know if it's a problem. Just tell me.
No, we're
You
cool.
have my consent sheet, I think.
No one gave me one. You said you just let me know, so I'm telling you to let me know.
Oh.
Same.
Chelsea has my consent sheet. It's fine.
We're good.
I'll get you one. If you need one.
And then she just kind of melts away, like just kind of not melts away like body, not like Raiders of the Lost Ark melts away, but like fades.
Burning.
Sorry. Not that kind of melting, just fades away.
Okay, now I'm gonna
Not
put up
that
a card.
kind of melting.
I'm just gonna put up a card right now. I have boundaries. I'm just kidding.
You do. No, hold on.
We've all watched that.
Everybody has
I know,
fine.
I've watched it so many fucking times.
No, I knew you know what I meant. So
It's So she says that, and we look and we see this spectacle play.
The broken, and basically there's like an opening big enough for both of you to fit in and to go into what presumably was or still is the surgical room.
Yeah, surgical laboratory. It seems like definitely an experimentation room. It's all sounding very familiar. Anyway, go ahead.
You shut your PDX storyteller mouth.
It's all good. Anyway.
No, it's not. Nothing is good about that situation. It's fine.
So
I'm gonna go in.
Sim goes in.
Yep.
If Sim goes in, Dearg goes in.
Yeah.
You walk through the opening.
Yeah.
And instead of walking into the surgical room, what you walk into is a tangle of brown thorns. Similar to the hedge, though you know what the hedge feels like, what it looks like.
This doesn't.
It's not the hedge. This feels like normal thorn bushes. A tangle of them. And they move as you walk through them. And as you're moving through, skulls pop through of lambs with space for a third eye carved into their foreheads. And what appeared to be roses are rotting on these vines, and you push through.
Mm-hmm.
In the middle of the space is a large gathering of thorns, very similar to what you saw at Rose, only these are dead and brown.
Okay.
They're covered in butterfly. It's got butterflies well covered in them, being like they're sparse here and there, large enough that you can see that this cocoon-like structure of brown thorns underneath them, and it is bleeding. And the butterflies are drinking the blood, and as they do, their wings start to turn red. Yes, make a will save. You made him.
I know.
Yep. Well, they're doing their check. Does this feel like to Sim, like based on what we've seen already in the train cars and how we know the hedge feels, and as we're maneuvering through this, does this feel like someone's attempts to manipulate or corrupt or in some way put their excuse me, their like own version of the hedge
Go ahead
in a
and
way they're like
roll.
in a way that they're like the reason he's basing this on is like looks like they're trying to mimic a process for creating or taking humans and doing changelings, but not in a way that normally happens,
Yeah.
as per certain processes. And I'm wondering if they're potentially trying to introduce other factors into this. So, what did you want me to roll?
Go ahead and roll your weird with your. Going to be an interesting one. To try to figure out if they're trying to create a version of the hedge or using the hedge to manipulate, or in some way,
My weird and
if this
wits.
is. Yeah, go with your weird and wits. With that one, Dearg failed his will save.
Son of a bitch.
So you're going to go ahead and take your beanie.
I had a
You're
dice
going to
accident
walk
this
up
time.
to the cocoon and you're just going to hold it up
Mhm.
under
Oh yeah,
and just let the
obviously.
blood catch in your
Yeah.
beanie. And you're going to do
It's
nothing
the
else until Sim
only
notices and helps you.
option, really.
hmm
Jesus Christ.
So you're stuck there until Sim notices you're doing this. Well, he's
Yes.
investigating this. You're like, it's soaking through. It's your hat is so gloriously wet. It's the best thing.
Sorry about that. I had my own dice spill.
Okay.
We've been super dropsy with the dice this weekend.
I dropped everybody's but my own.
I mean, and then you full on through your phone last PDX game. It's fine.
No, fuck your chipmunks. I did. I was so alarmed I threw my phone on
I'm
the
just
floor.
saying, the only thing the chipmunks could have done was chew off toes, and even they wouldn't have been able to successfully do that.
All right.
Apparently they, yeah.
4 successes.
4 successes?
Yep.
You get the idea that this is someone's idea of what the hedge is supposed to look like based upon shit they probably heard in a fairy tale.
Gotcha.
Or maybe
That's what
heard
I
recounted by
suspected.
a second party or third party.
Right.
Someone told someone who told someone else, and they heard it from that someone else and was like,
Telephone
okay, yeah, like a game of telephone where details have been omitted, or the mind of a human that can't quite comprehend what the hedge is hears about it and is like, oh, this makes sense, when really you can't
It's got
capture
thorns and
what the
shit.
hedge is. hmm And then you notice Dearg.
Yeah, just me, my beanie, and some blood.
Lots of it.
And
The cap
there's
is
so much blood.
overflowing. It's
Dearg!
like water is being retained, blood is being retained in this.
Dearg!
No. Derek can't come to the phone right now.
Okay, if he's not responding to
He's not.
calling, then I will go and attempt to pull him back from where he's filling the cap.
You're gonna have to
Now-
roll a brawl, grapple, and strength to do that.
Yeah. Yeah. That was my next question.
There was a 0, the absolute failure on this little save.
Absolutely.
I'm gonna activate just like fire, so I'm hot.
Ah,
When I do something, I do it well. Okay.
And
yep. And
when
you
I'm
start to
hot-
burn.
when
Yep.
I'm hot,
Oh.
I'm gonna put
Too hot.
just
Too hot.
on his arm, get hot to get his attention.
Get real hot. Mm. Anyways,
Hunka burning love.
and it starts burning, and
Yeah.
you
So Derek's
you
gonna,
drop your
Do-
hat
do- do
on
you
that,
want-
like
No,
you just
not the beanie.
no, you have it in one hand,
Okay.
but the blood starts to pour out of it, and like you do take damage from that.
Okay, yeah.
Let me check how much damage that does. Oh yeah, no, it's one full like
Oh, no.
aggravated damage. Your arm is burned. He burned you.
I didn't mean to burn it that bad.
You did though, because that's what that ability does.
I know.
You're like a fucking you're like hot metal at that point.
I get it.
Yeah,
Not blue steel, hot metal.
hot metal.
Yeah, Derek's gonna scream and be like, "What the fuck, Sim? What?" And then he's gonna take his hat.
Oh. I overreacted. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I was yelling at you. I couldn't get your attention. I'm so sorry. I'll fix this. I'll fix this.
Gave you a band-aid. You burned me.
And now Sim can give you a band-aid.
Band-aid buddies. Oh, anyway.
Band-aid buddies. That sounds.
Let's not go there.
But
I'm going to.
it would be your medicine.
Yes, which I actually have some decent dots in right now. So my wits and medicine. So give me just a moment. I should be able to fashion something to help you out until we can get it healed. Nice.
Yeah.
Nice. Okay. Oh, this is a fantastic roll. Best roll of the night, actually. 8 critical 8 on my medicine check. 8 successes.
So basically what you do is you fashion the things you need out of the dream stuff. The balm to get the burn, the bandage to wrap it up, all of that. You make it out of the dream stuff. And that does actually that will get rid of the aggravated. Because that's a real high ass roll.
Yeah.
And dream stuff is real, so it's fine.
Dearg, can I see your arm?
Fucking amazing roll though.
Yeah.
And
It feels better.
And then it's
It's
back to normal.
So
See, I told you I'd fix it.
the beanie was dry.
I know.
And the
oh, and your beanie is so wet now.
It's so wet.
It is. There's still so
Soaked
much
beanie
blood
is
in
the
it.
best
Oh,
beanie.
it's soaked.
Sim's gonna take a look at it and goes,
Yep.
"Is that okay? Does it feel all right? How does that?"
Good.
There's nothing.
Feels like blood.
It is okay because that Sim had a concern and a worry about the fact that blood. You know, he's not 100% sure if, like, let's say if tainted blood goes into
Whoa.
goes into the beanie if it fucks with Dearg.
It shouldn't unless he's consuming it.
He doesn't drink blood. That's gross. It goes in the beanie. The beanie drinks blood. It's not weird at all.
So the cocoon minus the distraction of the blood. And these butterflies are the only thing here. Also, there is a large pool of blood. By pool, I mean like a literal fucking fountain-sized pool, like a well of blood underneath this cocoon as well. Like right below it. When I say well, I mean like it's not like enormously like large area, but it looks deep. Like it's a small well.
Gotcha. Sim is looking to see, is there an origin of where this blood is coming from?
Inside the cocoon.
Inside the cocoon.
Just like it was at Rose Place.
Okay. So that's basically operating as the, like, embryonic fluid as it was.
That is a check. Where's my dice?
What is the check?
Phantasmal Bastion to make something to, or can I just open it with the other contract?
You might. That would be one of those things, but it's. I'll go ahead and tell you, since you've already rolled for it, that yes, you'd have to use Phantasmal Bastion. You haven't touched the thorns yet, but.
All right, here we go.
Describe it to me. Because you don't roll until I've determined if you get extra dice or not.
I thought I had to roll. Well, to check.
You roll the glamour check, and then you explain to me what you want to do, and I determine how cool I think it is.
Okay, so they're thorns, right? Because I got a 9 on my glamour check.
Good job. Go you.
Yeah. So, by where they live, there's those parks, and they have the guys that come and do, like, the hedges.
Yep.
And they have those hedge trimmers.
All right.
I was
Let's
wondering
take
when
hedge trimmers. And he wants to use them to kind of slice everything.
All right.
I was wondering when a hedge trimmer was going to come into
So
this.
that, yes. I've been waiting.
Are you talking about one of the, like, the gas?
Open.
Hey,
yeah.
You put me in the pun jail. Give me a fucking break.
I own Pun Jail, okay?
That's what happens when you've been there so many times that all the other inmates worship you like a god, right? I'm sorry.
Okay.
Just because I'm an Eldritch Horror doesn't mean I actually want a cult.
So what I'm hearing is that Az is the god of puns. They're a pantheon of one.
She's the god of everything. Haven't you heard? Haven't you not heard the rumors?
God of one. Okay. The god of one.
No, we stopped that here. No.
Sorry, it's already
Stop
left.
trying to make the cult happen.
Hedge trimmer. Moving on. So
you're the one who
you can add an extra dice for the hedge trimmer.
Cool. It's great. Now an honest
anyway,
reference of the cult is going up on YouTube. I'm not editing that out.
Hedge trimmer.
Hedge trimmer.
Extra
what do I roll?
dice. Oh yeah, that's right. I have all the contract information.
Excuse me.
So for the Phantasmal Bastion, it is your intelligence plus your manipulation plus your weird, and then you add an extra die.
We okay with doing a stop at 1?
This is the end of the dream.
This is the last.
Oh, this is the last
okay.
bit.
This is
Oh,
Yeah.
cool.
the girl that
Tell me-
you spoke to said you're almost there. That's what she was
Intelligence,
hinting at.
manipulation, and weird.
Okay.
Weird +1, because you got the hedge trimmer idea.
Okay, I can count. Oh no. Not a crit. No, actually, there's no messy crits. That's right. Hold on.
Not unless you've lost glamour.
Yep. So,
You're too glamorous for that.
5.
okay, if you've made me god of pun jail, you need to watch yourself. 5.
So you
Check ourselves before
The
we
hedge
wreck
trimmers.
ourselves.
cut through
Glamour check ourselves. Yeah.
the vines.
Mhm.
It's like you pull a hedge trimmer out of like nothing. You just hedge trimmer.
I pull it out of the hat. When I use Phantasmal
Yeah.
Bastion, I pull things
You
out
pull
of the hat.
basically, whoop,
My
hedge
hat
trimmer.
knows
Better
all.
than out of your
The hat
butt,
knows.
so. Because then you wouldn't be a red cap, you'd be a red ass. So.
Leave baboons out of this. You were saying Milo?
Sorry.
Okay. So, yeah. Oh no.
Hey, we were told we were funny, so I'm trying to live up to them.
Hilarious.
It was. I'm trying really hard not to laugh ridiculously at that. Okay, so you cut through this thorny cocoon. You trim down several layers of it,
A thorny trollop.
and very similar
Mhm.
to what happened at Rose Place,
Mm-hmm.
a body comes out.
Yeah. What's the state of this body?
Pretty bad.
Oof.
It looks like Pippen. The Pippen that you saw. Her ears have been cut off.
Right.
Her legs have been removed.
Mm-hmm.
Basically, half the torso comes out.
Right.
There are these wires that connect from her arms back into the cocoon-like structure. Once
Okay.
you've cut through, you see these wires connected to what look like fruit growing on the inside. These like swollen fruits. Each of these wires are connected to it.
Okay.
Her skin looks kind of raw, like someone had punctured her with a needle over and over, like a tattoo gun that had no ink in it, over and over and over again. And that is what you see when you open. She kind of flops, looks like she's dead. Honestly, looks dead, but you know she's not because it's her dream that you're in, and you know very much that it's her. And the only other thing you see on her shoulder where the cat tattoo is, where the number is 043
043
instead of the cat tattoo.
0
4
3.
Okay.
Give you the chance to do one thing before the dream is going to fall away.
Ears are gone, legs are gone. Mostly a torso. Numbers where the cat tattoo is. Goes up to a fruit.
Looks a lot like a goblin fruit.
She looks dead.
But she
It looks like
dead.
she's dead. Mm-hmm.
Dearg
Go ahead.
is gonna attempt to go up to her and
Mm-hmm.
actually touch her.
All right.
Okay.
She feels warm to the touch. She starts to breathe when you touch her,
Mhm.
but the body doesn't open its eyes, doesn't make any kind of sounds.
Mm-hmm.
But breathing starts.
Mhm.
You see the rise and the fall.
While Dearg is doing that, Sim is going to look
Mm-hmm.
around at this chrysalis-like changer where the fruit is, where
Mm-hmm.
things are running into. Is any of this going back to a place where something or someone would be monitoring this, or looking at the status of this, or seeing some sort of display or output, or in some way that they could gauge how the process is going?
You're looking to see if there's any indication of what is being used within her to spy. Is that what you're trying to figure out, Miss?
Not exactly. No, I'm looking.
Okay.
I'm looking in the creation of
Mm-hmm.
how they're being put together. Is anything independent of that system monitoring it, looking at it, providing data on how basically Pippen was made? Is there
Not in the
not in the immediate?
instance of the dream. Yeah, like
So
in
she.
the vicinity of this dream, it's just the fruit. You're
Mhm.
welcome to take the fruit down and open them.
That's one
Mhm.
of the things I was gonna do next. Was I was gonna go up and reach up and grab the fruit and open it.
You grab the fruit and you
Mhm.
open it.
Yep. After I'd asked that question, I was gonna. That's the next thing I was gonna
Mm-hmm.
do.
And inside is an eyeball,
Okay.
a large eye.
Human
But
looking.
you can see that the eye has a contact lens on it,
Mm.
and then it turns into goo.
So human looking eye.
Yum.
Very human looking eye.
Okay. So let's see. All right. So they're getting bits and pieces from all over and putting them in the fruit.
He's a construct
Mm-hmm.
made by an insect.
And then the butterflies you saw earlier drinking the blood
Mhm.
crumble away. They drop. They die. And then the dream breaks apart
And then we're out.
like butterflies. Yeah, just like all the different pieces of the dream float away
Gotcha.
on wings, and you are standing in, well, you're laying down in the floor of this room.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Hours have passed. It's been almost the entire night. Well, you're gallivanting around in her dreams. So it is almost morning.
Oh boy.
You do get a full night's sleep, except Dearg, you have 2 subdual damage still,
Yep.
and an area where your skin looks like you may have gotten a burn that's healed. And
Yep.
Sim, you have 3.
Okay.
It's
Good
just, it bruises, it hurts, everything's sore.
Sure.
You need to go get
Everything
a
hurts
deep
and we're
tissue
dying.
massage and an ice pack and some ibuprofen. You'll be fine.
You've been living in a dream
Oh.
world, Neo.
Pippin has not awoken yet, and Reed is still standing in there with you. She stayed in the room to make sure that
Things were okay.
Pippen didn't wake up before you did.
Yeah.
Yep.
Awesome.
And that's all.
Yeah, I think that's a good
That's all?
stopping point.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yep. You
Sleep and
guys
whatnot.
made it through Pippin's dream.
We did it.
Yay, we did
Yay, we're traumatized.
it.
All right. Thank you for everyone who may be watching
Yep.
up to this point.
Thank you
Thank
so
you for
much.
joining on this
Thank you.
changeling journey. And
Shenanigans.
Yep. And tune in
Next week
Next-
for the next
next
exciting
session.
adventure of Changeling the Lost.
Mhm.
Yes.
Where we make strong narrative choices.
Yes. Indeed.
Also, it's real tired out. Go to sleep.
Real tired out. Go to sleep, Dulcie.
Yep. Yeah,
Do it.
anyone who's way up past their bedtime watching this, get to bed now.
I have to. Yep.
Take care, everyone.
Good night.
Good night.
Night.